Hi, this is Trepacer. Uh, as promised in my vlog, I went to see Ghostbusters. Uh, a little pin they gave out to see it. 2016 version. This movie stars, of course, Kristen Wiig, Melissa McCarthy, Kate McKinnon, and Leslie Jones. Okay, and it's directed by Paul Feig, who's directed numerous movies with Melissa McCarthy in it. And this movie got a lot of crap because of the marketing and because a lot of the advertisements and stuff. And a lot of people love the original. I love the original. I think the original is a classic, comedy classic, and so they didn't want to see this movie remade with women in it. Okay, but this is not a straight remake. Switching out the men with the women. This is a similar story, just different. Okay, you have Christine Wiig. She plays Erin Gilbert. She's a professor, and she's trying to get tenure. And then of course, Miss McCarthy plays Abby Yates, and she's the one that's really into the ghosts. And apparently, years ago, they wrote a book and about paranormal, about ghosts and stuff. And then they kind of went their separate ways. And Christine Wiig's character is trying to get tenure, and of course, in this book is out, and she's in a very dicey situation, and she goes to see her friend Abby to tell her, listen, can you squash the ghost thing because I'm trying to gain tenure and stuff. And then of course she runs into Abby's new partner, Jillian Holtzman, played by Kate McKinnon, and of course, and then they basically start investigating ghosts. And then, like you've seen the trailer, uh, Leslie Jones, she plays Patty Toll, and she's like a toll booth clerk and stuff, and she knows all about New York history and stuff. And so after she experienced a paranormal activity, which you can see in the trailer, and then she goes to see them, and then she gets involved with them, and they of course start hunting ghosts. And Chris Hemsworth is in this as well. He plays a Kevin, basically a himbo. He's extremely stupid, and he's their receptionist. Now, what did I think of this movie? Going in, my expectations for this movie were kind of low. I was hoping to get a few laughs, and hoping it wasn't as terrible as a lot of people thought it was going to be. And I have to honestly say, it wasn't as terrible as people made it out to be, or I guess what people thought it was going to be. I think this movie, if you've seen Paul Feig's movies and stuff, but Melissa McCarthy, you get the basic, it's the same style of humor, just this one with ghosts and stuff. And I think the actresses in the movie, they do the best they can with the material they have. Okay, and like I said, you have cameos in there from the original Ghostbusters in there, which are little small cameos and doesn't detract from the movie and stuff or anything like that. I like the cameos from the original cast. I think they're well done and well placed in the movie. Um, the best thing in this movie to me, in my opinion, is Kate McKinnon. She plays nuclear engineer Jillian Holtzman, and she is, to me, she's just hilarious and and I don't know, there's something about the way her character is to just really, just every time I see her, anything she do something, she invents all these crazy inventions and stuff for them to use, and she's just extremely funny. Kate McKinnon, I know she was on Saturday Night Live, and I know she did a Justin Bieber. She does Justin Bieber, and I think she's still maybe on Saturday Night Live. I'm not sure about that because I don't really watch Saturday Night Live. And I know Kristen Wiig was on Saturday Night Live before, and Leslie Jones, of course, was on Saturday Night Live. But I say overall, this movie had its moments. It wasn't. It's not a classic. It's never going to be a classic. And it was just like an average comedy. It had its good moments of humor here and there, and the special effects with the ghosts were pretty cool. And, and like I said, I got laughs and stuff out of it, and that was mostly because of Kate McKinnon. I thought Kate McKinnon was absolutely hilarious. I know Leslie Jones is her character, and that's her style of comedy being over the top, but she didn't annoy me as I thought she might. But it was just an average movie. It wasn't as horrible as people I guess were thinking it was going to be and saying, "Oh my God, you shouldn't have remade this movie." I thought they did an okay job with the story as presented in here. They had laughs here and there, and it wasn't a comedy. It's not a comedy classic. I don't think it'll go down in history as a comedy classic in any way, but it had its moments, and I was entertained. I have to be honest and say I was honestly entertained. It's not the best movie, but it's not the worst like people were expecting, I guess. And I guess if people thought it was going to be a straight remake, then it's not a straight remake. And if people thought it was be funny as the other one, as the original, It's not, not by a long shot, but it was okay. It was decent. Like I said, Kristen Wiig is a good actress, and she fully embraces her stuff. And of course, Melissa McCarthy always gives her all in anything she does. But again, to me, the standout in the movie was Kate McKinnon. I absolutely love her and everything she did, and her wacky inventions and all that stuff, and her and just the way she was. She's just a fun character. So she kind of made the movie for me. Okay, so overall, I'm gonna give this movie. I'm gonna give it a 6.5. Yeah, I'm gonna give it a 6.5. I can't quite give it a 7 because it didn't, but it was decent, a decent comedy. You know, not fantastic. And like I said, and if you weren't enthused to go see it to begin with, then I wouldn't bother go seeing it. But if you have an open mind, just want to have a few laughs here and there, I say go see it. If not, you can wait till it come on video. Like I said, Kate McKinnon to me is the reason enough to see it, because I think she was absolutely fantastic in this movie, and I can't wait to hope she gets parts in other movies and stuff, because I think she's just absolutely fantastic, and she was a standout in this movie to me. Okay, so anyway, again, 6.5 for me. Okay, and I was looking on International Movie Database. It was, I think the rating on it now is like 4.7, which is ridiculous. It's not that bad. No, it's not that bad at all. Not by a long shot. Okay, trust me, I've seen worse movies than this. Bad Grandpa. But no, this is an okay comedy. You know, nothing fantastic, but it had its moments. And again, Kate McKinnon to me is the best thing about it. Would I like to see a sequel to this? Yeah, if they could get a better script, I think, get a better script and tighten up the jokes and stuff. Like I said, as far as Chris Hemsworth is concerned, I think Chris Hemsworth did a decent job. Although, like I said, I think they played the stupid angle with him. But I kind of understand, if you see the movie, you can understand the context of his stupidity, and I think why they actually had him do that, be extremely stupid as he was in the movie. And I think what I'm going to do a spoiler review on my other channel, Paul's Reviews and Opinions, of this movie, so I can actually talk about the things in the movie that I liked and things I didn't like, okay, and what things I think can be improved in the movie if they make a sequel to it, depending on that's how it does. Okay, anyway, that's it, 6.5 for me. Anyway, let me know what you think of Ghostbusters. If you've seen it, what do you think of it? Feel free to leave comments down below. If you like this review, please hit the subscribe button down below. And this is Paul Trepacer, saying so long and take care.